What's going on, vinyl community? Dylan, aka the Record Spinner, coming at you guys on a Sunday to talk about the company that has decided to sponsor this channel, and that is KOSS. KOSS is a company that has been around since the late 1950s, creating various types of dynamic headphones that allowed for full frequency and high fidelity performances to be delivered with various aspects of stereo technology to be utilized with their products. Some of their interesting business ventures include supplying headphones for Air Force One and also creating products specifically for the education and healthcare field. Going into the 1970s, they were creating stereo phones as well as loudspeakers, and in the 1980s, they developed the music box cassette player, portable radios, and stereo transmitters. In the late 80s into the 1990s, they developed infrared wireless headphones, which was a prototype for what we now know as Bluetooth, and then going into the present day, they've made earbuds and other modern-day accessories. Now, I do want to give a huge shout out to Martin Moore, who is a content developer for KOSS, and thought of myself in the channel enough to reach out and ask if I wanted to sample their newest product offering, which is honestly very humbling when you think of the YouTube vinyl community and its various content creators, all of which are super talented at what they do, and they have their aims and target audiences. You know, it just kind of gives me the assurance that, you know, whatever I'm doing is right and is truly striking a chord with my dedicated viewers and subscribers, as well as those in the higher end of the vinyl stratosphere, such as KOSS, to consider and trust me enough with their products. So thank you very much, Martin and KOSS. And just for the sake of showcasing, he did include a very nice handwritten postcard here, which states, "Dylan, hope your vinyl finds a new home with these record wall racks. Enjoy." And the new product offering in question that KOSS emailed me about, and I kind of just gave away with this postcard, is indeed their record wall rack. Now, this is a system that holds 10 standard 12-inch albums and a plastic binder type system that you mount to a wall with some hardware, very easy to install, and it perfectly displays them. Now, I should emphasize that this system is best for single sleeve records, since gatefolds tend to have a thicker spine and the inserts that hold the album in place are rather snug, so those are the only types of albums that you can showcase on these wall racks. And the great thing about them is that while it does provide some pressure to the spine of the record to hold it in place, it does not damage them and the rack holds up well. It is a nice and new way to showcase your records, and these can be used for any purpose, whether you want to use them to display your favorite records, albums in heavy rotation. For myself, as you can see behind me where I have these set up, I am using these to display my recent vinyl acquisitions, and I can simply easily flip through them like a folio, and it's a great fresh way to display your records for the decent price of $40. Now, while KOSS had contacted me about reviewing the record wall mount, Martin said that he was going to include some headphone goodies, which I could have only imagined what would have entailed with those, but upon opening the box that I received from UPS alongside the record wall mounts, I was absolutely floored with what else they included, which was so generous of them. I'm going to tackle the big kahuna here, and that is the Pro 4S Studio over-ear headphones. Now, these are specifically crafted for those who use headphones extensively in a studio type setting for recording, but it of course comes in handy for us like myself who do a lot of listening when it comes to records. And what makes this pair of headphones unique is the use of their SLX 40 element, which is tuned for referencing recordings, so you get more of a detailed playback. And I can honestly say that upon listening to the records that I chose to test these headphones on, I heard various components of mixes that sure were present when I had listened to them through my Klipsch speakers that are part of my main setup, but they almost sound isolated in a sense, and that's when the SLX 40 element really comes in handy. So I certainly see myself referencing audiophile pressings and brilliantly engineered recordings with these headphones. And it's so funny because for a couple of years, I had toyed with the idea of having a headphone configuration for my setup since I always have used loudspeakers. So this opportunity was so perfect, but I also had to get a headphone amplifier. So these headphones paired with the Doak Audio U3 Mini Class A gives me such a nice detailed sound with also a lot of punch and power. The volume control on this amp is not shy whatsoever. And given the amazing sound that you get with these headphones, they run $150, which in the world of hi-fi equipment is an absolute steal. So for someone who is curious to delve into the realm of headphones, I wholeheartedly recommend these. And just for showcasing purposes, they do come in this nice hard case, which makes it relatively easy and smooth for transporting. Another pair of headphones that KOSS gladly sent my way were the KPH40 Utility on-ear headphones. Now, these headphones are designed very uniquely because they allow you to connect these to any type of device that you use, depending on which cable you may need. So as you see here with the headphones themselves, there is this 2.5 millimeter outlet piece. In here within the package, you get this utility cord, which is 2.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter, which is used for most typical headphone jacks. So you just connect the 2.5 end to the outlet piece here. You plug these in and you are all set to go. Now, I should mention that available separately on KOSS's website are other types of utility cables that you can connect and use, such as the 2.5 to USB-C for most Android devices and 2.5 to Lightning for most Apple devices. And those cords also have inline microphones and remotes. That way you can take phone calls as well as control the music that you are listening to. Now, for demonstration purposes that I conducted myself, I did connect these to the 1/4 inch jack in my headphone amplifier. And I have to say, for the killer price of $40 that these go for, I was very much blown away with how rich the sound was, with lots of bass and very crisp highs. Now, granted, I would definitely go for the Pro 4S headphones for in-depth listening on my turntable. But given how these aren't as clunky and overall very thin in terms of the design, these are definitely suitable for when you are on the go. So they certainly do serve their purpose and you are still getting amazing sound out of it. Last but not least, KOSS also had sent me this very special model, and that is the limited edition Porta Pro in the Rhythm Beige series. These, I would say, are the most uniquely designed headphones that I had received from them. They do feature these small cushions that rest on the side of your head above your ears, and above the speakers, there is this comfort zone that is controllable to whether you want it light or firm, which is a nice touch, which adds a sense of comfortability for your personal listening. And very much like the utility model that I showcased previously, there is a built-in microphone as well as a remote that allows you to take calls and control your music. But in this case, the cord that is integrated in the headphones themselves is the 3.5 aux cord. So these would have to be utilized for devices that have traditional headphone jacks, but still it packs in a lot of sound to the same degree, I feel, as the utility headphones. But what gives this model a bit more going for it as well is the compactability of them, because the speakers do indeed fold back like this. And they're already naturally small, and they fit nicely into this circular hard case. And this limited model does run for $60, which is rightly due to its design, yet also it has amazing sound overall. So overall, after reviewing all of the various products that I have showcased in this video, I can gladly say that KOSS is very much a company that is devoted to offering every type of headphone fathomable for any type of consumer at any price point, and they don't cut corners when it comes to the sound quality. It is very much solid across the board, but depending on what you aim for, whether it's the inexpensive utility headphones or the pricier Pro 4S headphones, you will not be disappointed. And the fact that KOSS as a company is growing to delve into different markets and offer some vinyl accessories, such as the record wall mount, is a nice innovation, and I am definitely excited to see what else they have to offer. And if you are inclined to check out any of KOSS's products for yourselves, visit their website, koss.com, or go to your local electronics shop and see what they have on hand. And once again, thank you very much to Martin and KOSS for believing in what I do enough to sponsor this channel. It is so much appreciated, and you best believe I will be getting a lot of good use out of these products. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video, and most importantly, keep the records spinning.